I'm Jacob Bembry, and I'm here with Emergency Management Director Tom Cisco. Welcome to Green Publishing, Tom.
Thanks, sir.
Um, you had a recent bout with Tropical Storm Debby, and what were the things that Emergency Management was able to help provide for relief for people maybe in Madison County or in surrounding counties?
All right. Well, we seen Tropical Storm Debby was coming. We had all the notifications and that coming to us, so we kind of got prepared a little ahead of time, gathering some supplies and resources. And then when it did hit, myself and my program coordinator Lee Webb, we went ahead and activated our Emergency Operations Center, which is at our office. And during that time, we had some requests for barricades to block some roads that were over the water. We the law enforcement needed chainsaws. We got some chainsaws for them. And just different small requests like that for equipment that people needed.
Okay, when you came in, you inherited the program basically from Vicki Brown, and before her, Jim Stanley. And had they gotten a lot of stuff already that you would need?
Yeah, there was some stuff, but over the years you kind of lose that kind of stuff. I mean, you loan it out and it gets destroyed and that type of thing. But each disaster is different, and each time there's always something more you need. So we actually talked to Farmers Co-op and Stud Stills Lumber there, and got some things from them. In the middle of the night, we just called them, and they were gracious enough to come and open their doors and let us get some stuff, and then just bill us the next day, which really helps out.
Now, there have been a few sinkholes opened up around Madison County. Was the emergency management instrumental in helping?
No, we were notified of the sinkholes, and there's really nothing a lot of emergency management can do because, as you know, or maybe you don't know, that there's two different types of assistance from FEMA and the state. And it's public assistance, which is for governmental agencies and like the libraries and fire stations. Those public entities that can get reimbursed for money they spent or repairs they've done. Then there's individual assistance, which is for homeowners. Because Madison didn't have very many homes damaged, we did not qualify for individual assistance.
Okay.
So, and according to that, then, if something happens on private property, emergency management can't go onto that property and do anything. We made notifications to the state of where those sinkholes were, and gave the people that called us information on who to call, getting in touch with their insurance company. And there's some geologists that were on staff there at the state they could call them.
Right. Now, you mentioned libraries and all. I know that Madison Public Library had some leaking problems caused by the storm.
Yeah, actually both Madison and Greenville both had damage to the library from leakage, and they both were at our latest meeting to apply for assistance for that.
Okay. Now, are y'all prepared for any upcoming potential storms? I'm sure.
No, I mean we're prepared for whatever storm comes next. I'm sure there's going to be another one. We're through 4 storms now for the year. They're expecting it to be a normal year, which is 12 to 15 storms.
Right.
So we keep an eye on the weather, and the state is very good, the National Weather Service, about notifying us when something's just now developing once it comes off Africa.
Right.
That's where they usually start.
Now, I remember a few years ago where there was something had happened and the water had been cut off in a neighborhood, I think, or in a trailer park, and y'all were able to get help through Nestle,
Yeah, actually, we've been to that trailer park, I think, 4 times.
Right.
They've called me, I think, 4 times with the power going out, and it ran their water pump to get them water. And we've actually assisted them 3 or 4 times, and Nestle Water has been very good neighbors to us in donating a case of water, a skid of water, and we'll take it out there.
Have you had any, I know that Stud Still has helped y'all, Farmers Co-op, have you had any other businesses?
I'm not sure, I don't think we've had any other businesses that I can really think of right now, but I'm sure they all would, if we went to ask them during a time of disaster emergency, I'm sure they all would be willing to do so.
Have y'all got any programs planned? I mean, like y'all did a few weeks ago at Stud Still?
Well, we did that first one at Stud Still, and we were planning on doing one here in July. But then, of course, Tropical Storm Debby jumped in there and kind of threw our plans off. But we still would like to do one. But getting that it's 2 or 3 months into hurricane season, we may wait now until next year and start them a little bit earlier in the year and lead up to to the hurricane season.
Okay.
Be easier for us.
Okay. Now you work in the office with Lee Webb, right?
Lee Webb.
She's the program coordinator.
Yep. She basically takes care of all the finances of the office and different things like that, the grants.
Okay. Now, have y'all qualified for any upcoming grants, like for the next budget year?
Well, our office is basically funded by grant money. We have 2 or 3 different grants that we get each year. We get an EMPA grant, which is a fund that everyone pays into each year with their homeowners insurance. $2 a year goes into that fund, and then it's divvied up between the 67 counties, and that basically funds our program. And then we have another grant called the Emergency Management Performance Grant, puts in some more money, and then the commissioners put in a little bit of matching money. So that makes up our grant money.
Now, have you got any advice for people for preparedness for storms or for any other natural disasters?
Well, hopefully with Tropical Storm Debby, it showed them, where their vulnerabilities are and what they need to do now. I mean, Tropical Storm Debby compared to a Category 3 hurricane was just a little bump in the road. Just, for everybody out there to imagine, Tropical Storm Debby times 10, that type of thing. And I mean, the amount of trees we lost was minimal, but in a county like ours, we could multiply our tree loss by probably 100 times more.
Right.
And that's gonna close your roads down. So that means you may be stuck somewhere for a few days or up to a week before someone can come out and check on you or get to you. So that's where your emergency supply kit comes in. I preach that all the time, to have an emergency supply kit, something that you can keep at home, and then if something happens, you'll be able to survive for a few days on your own.
Now, as far as generators, would you advise people to get them if they can possibly can?
Generators are great if you can afford to buy one and have a place to put it. The biggest thing is on a generator, do not put it indoors anywhere. It needs to be an outdoor generator. That way the carbon monoxide won't basically kill you if you run it inside your house or a garage, and the fumes will get you. But generators are great, and make sure you have it installed professionally, not a homeowner installation, but have it actually installed professionally, so that
having Home Depot or somebody bring the people to do it or whatever.
Yeah, or even I think our local electrical companies can do it here, but it just makes it a lot safer. And even with that, you install your own generator, you do it yourself. Actually, what that does, it'll backfeed the lines with electricity, and the electric company would come out to possibly work on the lines, and they would think they're down and not electrified, but they are actually, because you're backfeeding from a generator, which could cause them harm.
Okay. Well, Tom, I want to thank you for being here today.
You're welcome anytime.
Okay. I'm Jacob Bembry for Green Publishing.